Hey everybody. So today what I want to do is just take you through what we did to get our house plans together. So a few years ago, we purchased some house plants. They cost us about $1,200. But this time when we go in, we couldn't find a house plan that fit every single need that we had and exactly what we wanted. So we took a lot of time to look at different options and then we designed our own. So we went to floorplanner.com and then we created an account and I think you have to create an account, but you're going to want to. You can use your Gmail or your Facebook, something like that. So they make it relatively easy. But then what you're going to do is you're going to go in and create your account. And if you log back in, it saves it for you. So it makes it really nice. I've seen a lot of questions on a couple of different groups that I'm on about barn doors and farmhouse, and people are wanting to design their own. So I thought I would just share with you what we designed. And there are a few different options. They have it set up here to where you can put like first, second floor, things like that. I just put them all on one layout so that I could see the whole thing next to each other. But I'm going to zoom in and you can see that on the left-hand side, there is a layout of a 30 by 30, and then there's a 30 by 30 on the right-hand side. Now the 30 by 30 on the left-hand side is the downstairs, that's our first floor. And then the 30 by 30 on the right side is going to be our upstairs. And we just kind of penciled this in mostly because we needed to be able to give our builder some some specifics. He needed some certain things, like he wanted to know where our doors are. So you can see on the first floor, we've got a set of doors here, and then we've got a set of sliding French doors in the back. Those are some really great things we were able to save some money on through Facebook Marketplace. But I've got some other posts on that. He also needed to know where our windows were. So you can see these little pieces. Trying to move it just a bit. That little white piece that just popped up, those are our windows. So we've got windows around the house, and our builder needed to know those because the guy he's got coming to weld it next week is actually going to frame in each of those spaces for us. Now I'm going to zoom into the first floor and share with you some of the things that we wanted to do. We wanted to make it as open as possible. It is a 30 by 30, so it's not going to be huge. But you walk in the front door, this is open. So you go right into the dining room, or you can go past that entryway and go into the living room and kitchen area. Living room is on the right, kitchen is on the left. We've also got an island that we're planning to put right here. It's just not something we added into these plans because it's not something that was needed to go ahead and get started. What was needed was the door space, the window space, and then we also needed to know exactly where this pantry is going. The reason we need to know where that pantry is going is because it's going to be our load-bearing walls. So our builder needed to know that so that he could go in and put extra concrete. I think they call it footing or something like that, but some extra concrete underneath that pantry area. That pantry is going to also have some metal, some steel weld up pieces so that he can put it in there and we can set our second floor right on there. You could look online. I know that there's some other great YouTube channels that have specifics on how to build that second floor, that foundation for that second floor. And I know we've used those quite a bit. But that kind of gives us an open layout. So I love that in the kitchen, we've got it to where when you're working in the kitchen, you can be very part of what's going on in the living room. And then it's really easy to take your food right in here to the dining room area. The bathroom, when you turn right here, this is not set up exactly how we're going to have it. We just sectioned off that space, that bathroom area. I know it looks really big, but it's going to have our bathroom, it's going to have our laundry, washer, dryer, and then it's also going to have the breaker box and some of those utility things that we need. It's kind of fun. I see that we've got some furniture already set up in there, and you guys can see that. But when you click on the room, I love that Floor Planner does this for you. And I'll show you why upstairs here in just a little bit. But when you go in, you can actually click Magic Layout. I've already told it that it's a bathroom right up here in the room type. And so when I go to Magic Layout, it just kind of repositions everything. So it gives a different color for the floor, and I can go in and say, oh, I like that, or I can remove it. I think that it also, yeah, it lets you choose a different material right here. So I can say, oh, I don't like that green flooring, and I can choose something totally different. Or you can just leave it. I left some of them because I just wanted to see if everything would fit. So when I do a magic layout, it sizes because I've already told it how big the room sizes are. So it sizes and it shows me like, okay, a toilet and a bathtub and a sink will all fit here. It's also, we've got a little toilet over here. And then you can see you've got enough room for like a washer or dryer or something like that. You also can go in and place additional things yourself. So as much as the magic layout will just redesign things for you and give you an idea of whether everything will fit or not, it also will let you go in and you can specifically choose like, I want a toilet or I want a washer dryer or whatever it is that you're wanting. For some reason, it keeps wanting to give me this green floor. So I'm going to go in and change it just because I don't want to see that big space of green. And then I'm going to zoom back out. I just wanted you to see how that magic layout works because I know several of you are looking for options on exactly how to design your own floor plan. And I just really love this program. It was completely free. So I love that. It makes it so much easier. Like I said, we had spent $1,200 on house plans before a few years back. And so I feel like this saved us quite a bit of money and it gave us the freedom to be able to design exactly how we wanted. Right here in this entry area, we are going to leave it all the way open to the very top of the roof, like all the way up to the top. And so the rest of the floor on the bottom floor is going to have 10-foot ceilings. But right here, it's going to be open. And when we go up this staircase, it's going to put us into, here's the second floor. It's going to put us into this little kind of a tiny hallway slash platform area. And we scored some doors from a 1930s house, which I think are really cool. There were 5 of them. So this was perfect. It gave us 5 doors right here. You can see the white spaces. And this allowed us to put 4 bedrooms and 1 bath upstairs. Now, these 2 bedrooms right here, you can see on the left and on the right are going to be more like loft spaces. So these 2 black walls are going to be solid walls, just like you would normally see in a house. But then these 2 areas right here and here are going to be more like rails that you would see in the loft. So that second floor is going to be 5 feet on the sidewalls, and then it's going to be pitched. It's a 612 pitch. And so it should probably go back from the floor to the very steepest point at the roof should be about 12.5 feet. So 5 feet on the walls, on the sides, and then 12.5 right down here in the middle. This entryway, like I said before, is open all the way to that top pitch. These 2 rooms are loft areas, and then this bedroom and this bedroom are going to have solid secure walls. And this bathroom, I love that we've got it in the middle because we've got a clawfoot tub and chandelier that we're planning on putting in that upstairs with that pitch ceiling. And I think it's going to be really pretty. Anyway, this is the floor planner, and this is exactly what we used. I know several of you are looking for smaller builds, and this is kind of, it's not a tiny home, but it is going to be a modest size home. So I'm going to zoom back out and just share with you. They've got it set up so easy. You can go in and put your dimensions, move around whatever you want to, but that is our specific design for our home build. If you would like to follow us on the home build, go ahead and click subscribe to our channel. You can see that little red button right underneath our video and subscribe. That way you can follow. It'll send you the videos whenever we post, and we are going to try to plan on posting every step along the way. I hope you have a great day.